Hey everybody, it's Bruce with Kendall Bard Studio, and I hope everybody has enjoyed their week and you guys are staying safe and healthy. And today I wanted to invite you guys into my studio, my digital darkroom to be specific, and show you one of the projects that I'm working on. This picture right here is actually from a photo shoot that my wife and I and her sister Abby, we all did together at the beginning of quarantine. Just kind of having fun. The girls got dressed up. I did a little bit of experimentation with lighting, and we got some cool pictures out of the shoot. But since there's a lot of red in this particular picture, I wanted to experiment with the concept of RGB, which is red, green, blue. And if you're not familiar with that, basically every digital surface, computer, phone, whatever, TV even, every color is made up of tiny points of light consisting of the colors red, green, and blue. And with this picture, since it had so much red being pronounced in it, I thought it'd be really cool to play with it. So when I was finishing it, I started to experiment with it. As you can see in the back here, there's a little bit of blue hints, a little bit of green over here, but nothing really pronounced. So starting this past Sunday, I actually pulled in some color gradients and really completed that idea. I had read about gel lights, and after reading about the gel lighting, I wish that I had used it for this shoot so I could really experiment with that. But since I didn't know about it at the time, I didn't have the gel lighting, I had to make do with what I had and try to manipulate that look in the background. So I'm trying to manipulate as if there was a gel light over the backlight that we originally had behind Abby here. The picture is kind of an elegant picture, but I wanted to mix something kind of goofy, kind of fun into it. So I had the idea that what I would do is on her face, there'd be splashes of paint consisting of all the different colors that red, green, and blue make up together. But the challenge was paint splashes have a lot of different textures, a lot of different blends and colors going on with it. So getting it to blend into her skin and look like there was actually paint that was thrown on her would be a challenge, especially using the technique that I've been studying with blend modes. And the reason being, I'll show you guys the first layer here. The reason being is there's no one set way to do it. Every time that you apply a blended layer, there's different principles that you have to, well, there's the same principles you have to understand, but there's different ways that they need to be applied in order to look convincing. And that's just because every picture has its unique personality. This picture where I use the same technique, entirely different personality than this picture because of the lighting. This was from the same shoot, by the way. So it was a challenge to get each layer of paint to look convincing and complete that idea of that red, green, and blue that I was going for. But as I started adding the layers, starting to get to the point where it's representing what I had in mind. Put a little crown on her, paint crown. And then last thing that I did on Monday was I put some paint splashes. Actually, Tuesday morning I did this, put some paint splashes going across her face, or across her neck, her shoulder, and her upper chest here. So I still have a few more things that I want to do just to kind of complete that image and make it look convincing. Not too convincing because, you know, it's still art. It has to have I believe that there has to be a little blend of fantasy there so that you know what you're looking at isn't real, but convincing enough. But yeah, it looks like I'm actually going to be doing a complete series. This was the first one that I did using that technique. This was the one that I did most recent before the one I'm working on right now. And then here's what I'm working on currently. Interesting, when my wife and I started doing photography, I wanted to actually go to school for makeup design, become a makeup artist so that I could apply these effects. But we never had the time or the money to do so. So I had to make do with what I have, and I have the digital darkroom. Maybe at one point, if we do have the time and money, I will study makeup artistry just so I can have a practical side to this and maybe mix the practical and digital effects together and see what I get. But for now, I'm just relying on lighting and working the digital darkroom in order to get what I'm going for. But that's it. So I hope you guys are, again, all staying safe, taking care of one another. And until next time, we'll talk to you later. All right. Love you guys. Bye.